Okay, so Delgado's main page, Canvas is right here. If for some reason you can't get into Canvas, go to Lola, make sure you're still registered for the class. You may have to reset your password. I found out you can reuse those passwords, by the way. I've been here a long time, y'all. That is a complicated password. I don't want to have to make a new one every time they tell me I have to. It was actually one of my students that clued me into that, and I really appreciate that. So do what you have to for that. You do need to know your username and password for Lola/Canvas for this class. You will not take your tests in the classroom. You will take them in the computer lab in Building 1. So you will have to log on to Canvas to do that. So if you're like many of us, you know, hide it somewhere in your phone if you can't remember it. Because I know a lot of us, our computers remember it for us, right? And then we forget it. Okay, this is why I recycle mine. Microbiology?
Where's 103E?
Are you looking for Building 2 or 1?
Building 2.
Building 2, 103E.
General biology.
Keep going down the hall. Yeah, keep going. If for any reason, right, you can't get into Canvas, go to Lola first, right? Anybody add this class yesterday or today? Okay, so I think all you guys are what's called secured, which means you've paid Delgado their money. So you shouldn't lose this class. The last purge happened Sunday at noon. So if you haven't added this class since then, you should hopefully be what's called secured and you won't lose it. During late registration, which is what we're in right now, they purge every day, right? And so right now, especially my classes are all full, right? If you lose your spot, you will lose your spot because someone is waiting in the wings to steal it, right? So if you're not sure, check Lola, make sure you've paid your bill so you don't lose your classes, okay? Make sense? All right. So we go to Canvas, right? We log into Canvas. Now they have this new dashboard view. I'm not 100% crazy about this one. You can change, apparently, in settings right here, like the little titles, so I kind of like that. I changed them to ones that mean stuff to me for my classes. And you can pick the colors. It's kind of cool. Or you can just go back to the standard view by hitting this button, toggle button over here, right? And you see all the announcements, all the notifications and discussion boards and whatnot for all your classes, right? For me, it's what I need to grade, right, already, and assignments that are coming up. And then you can go into your individual courses by clicking any of these links, right, or clicking on your courses button. One of the nifty things my students taught me last semester is that if you right-click, you can open this up in a new tab. So I can like have 2 classes open, right? You can change which ones are in that main list. So you'll notice the first time I clicked on it, it just had this short list. That's because I picked those as my favorites. You can click here and you'll see all your classes, right? And so then you can just star your favorites, right? Because as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff in here. So when I click on this, I just really get to the ones I want to get to. So, and then once you get into your course, so let's go to our course. You have, just for your course, right, the recent stuff, your to-do list. There's a little bit more here because I'm a teacher, so I'm going to switch to student mode so it looks like it does for you guys. Right, so there's announcements, right, I already posted an announcement to you guys, your first assignments, and all that jazz. One of the cool things I like about announcements is that you'll notice you guys have the ability to reply, unless I turn it off, which I won't. So if I post an announcement, it doesn't make sense to you, or you have an additional question, you can post it here. And everyone will see it, including me. So that was my little, welcome to class, right? It starts today. Hope to see you then. So everything's under modules. So the first thing we'll do is the most important thing is the syllabus. I'm just going to go right down the list. So you'll notice you have the ability to download and print this, or you can just view it in the screen like I am. I'm going to go ahead and make it full screen. So that's me and my little tiger. It's an old picture, but I like it. One of our trips to LSU. He's not that tiny anymore. He's 8. He was, I think, 2 in that picture. That was a long time ago, huh? But he's my little tiger. I love him like that. So for you guys, you'll see that married, divorced, and remarried didn't change my name the 3rd time. But Delgado will not let me change my email. I changed my old married last name because students couldn't say it, pronounce it, or spell it, and it got annoying. My maiden name was Burns. It's nice, simple, easy. No one ever screws it up, right? So I love my current husband, but it costs money sometimes to change your last name, y'all. It's a pain in the butt. It's not worth it. It's okay to have a different last name nowadays, right? And most of you guys who were referred, your friends told you my last name, right? See, this is important for business. And you keep this name, right? So I'm keeping it. I'm not changing it. You'll see my phone number there. This does ring my office phone and my cell phone's what's called a Google number. So you can text me at it. You can leave me voicemails. Please don't call the one in the system. If you get my voicemail on that one, it tells you to call this number. My phone goes to bed at 10 o'clock at night because so do I. I'm here at 8 o'clock in the morning, right? I got to get the kid off to school and then me here. So I get up at 6:30. So I go to bed at 10 o'clock. You can still text me. It just will not make any noise and wake me up, right? So if you think of something, right, you want to know the answer to, you just have to wait, right, until the morning or after my classes till you get your answer. Microbiology? Okay. Come on in. Find you a seat. Check in with me when I'm done so I get you on roll. If you're ever late to class, check in with me after class, right? And on Thursdays, though, I'll be running out of here. So I might bring my little notebook and have you guys just write down your name, and I'll mark you late later. Okay. And again, it doesn't really mean anything, but if you're late a lot, I'll be like, buy an alarm clock, right? Get up earlier, leave earlier, right? If I can get out the door with an 8-year-old and a dog who doesn't want me to leave, you can do it too, right? You can make it to class on time. Okay, so that number isn't a direct line to my cell phone. If you start harassing me, I will change that number. You see? Okay, so I've had this number for years. No one does that to me, right? Just be respectful. But you have access to me, right, very easily if you need help or have questions. Okay. My office is in building 1, which is the main flagship big building on the front of the campus. Notice we're in building 2 right here at the back of the campus. This is my office. It doesn't look this clean right now, and it won't have posters anymore because some idiot in administration decided that we're not allowed to put posters or cool stuff up anymore. So I had to take them all down, and you get to look at my ugly blinds. Not happy about it. They better not come inside my office. But that doesn't look so good right now. It looks like a bomb went off. So I was really busy last semester, and stuff just got thrown in there. So next Saturday, I'll probably be in here. Or the Saturday after that. This Saturday, I think we have a soccer game. So. And I've got to take it. So it's the only one in cubicle land that has a blue roof because I have a purifier in there. I have really bad allergies, and with the construction, they were just about killing me last year. So I had to kind of close it in to make a cleaner air environment so I don't die. Breathing is kind of important to living. So I'm pretty easy to find. How many of you guys are nursing majors? Okay. So a lot of the nursing majors usually take my class that just got out of here at 8 o'clock. It's the 211 course, which is Microbiology of Human Pathogens. That one's accepted by Allied Health Programs here at Delgado and the Charity School of Nursing associated with Delgado. But if you go someplace else, it's typically seen as a non-majors elective science course as opposed to a microbiology course. So the good news for you guys is this is the general science majors microbiology course. So you can take it to any four-year school, any nursing school, anywhere, and they're going to count it as microbiology, not as some other science class. Does that make sense to you guys? So that's good news for you guys, especially if you're wanting to do BSN, which is a Bachelor's of Science concentration in nursing. Okay, so how many of you guys are probably looking at that? Yeah, hence why you're in this class, and hence why I've seen you before, because you did the 211. Which won't kill you, right? Like I told my 211s this morning, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, a prelude, and half that course is on diseases. For you guys, I'm only going to mention diseases, and you're going to do an outside project on diseases, right? Because I know a lot of you guys, right, are interested in that kind of stuff. But then I got my vet techs, right? So one of my diseases you guys do is Giardia, right? Because that's one you're going to run into with animals, right? So I thought of you guys, right? And that one's also a parasite. Yeah, humans do, but you run into more problems with animals. I was trying to pick one that animals deal with too, right? Funeral services, I think, has their own class now, so I don't have anybody in funeral services, right? No? Okay. How many are doing 2-year transfer degree, where you do 2 years here and then 2 years UNO or the other ones? Cool. All right. What am I missing? That's it. That's probably it. Nursing. Oh, medical lab tech. Yeah, see? I knew I was forgetting somebody. Medical lab tech. Cool, cool. And we have, it's a new abbreviation. It's like lab tech, but not. It's like bio, what's wrong with me this morning? Stupid acronyms. Science Laboratory Technology Program is new here at Delgado, and one of the subdisciplines is biotech. Anyone in that program? Okay, not yet. Okay. So if you're interested in that too, ask me about it. It's a really cool program. And so if you really like lab work, you know, that might be something you might be interested in. So, especially if you're in one of my labs. Their lab is right across the hall from the microbiology lab, which is also in Building 1, right? Building 1 at the front of the building is where the labs still are. Okay, so I already talked about the Canvas Lola link, right, and what to do about that. Canvas has tech support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You can really call them on Christmas and they'll answer. How do you get to it? How do you get to tech support for Canvas? It's called help, right? In Canvas, right, when you need help, which would be tech support, you click the help button. You can't really see it because my recording button, right there. Right? You click help. Let's see if it'll let me click on it. Right? You're going to get to all the options. I use this one a lot. Just search the guides. Like, you know, Canvas is relatively new to me too. Like, I forgot how to add a TA to my course the other day, and I was like, just clicked on it, add somebody, and then it said go to people. I was like, oh, duh. I didn't even have to look at the rest of the steps, right? I just couldn't remember where it was in Canvas to add somebody. You go to people, right? So something, you know, like that can be easily rectified by just doing a quick search on their site. And they even have videos and step-by-step picture instructions, right? They got it in all different formats for the most common things. Email. You can email me through Canvas. Again, notice all those buttons have moved to the right where they were at the top last semester, right? This is still freaking me out. I'm like, I go over there, and I'm like, it's not there, right? Your inbox is your email. It is linked with your Delgado email. I ask that if you email me, do it through Canvas though, but then we can both reply using either Canvas or our Delgado email. And I, like most people, have a smartphone, so I can do it all on my phone too. So that would be great because it will tell you what class you're in and who you are. If you email me through a personal email other than your Delgado email, which I suggest that you don't, you definitely have to tell me who you are because I don't know who Hot Mama 365 is, right? I really don't, okay? You have to tell me who you are, right? You have to tell me what class you're in. You can't just say microbiology, y'all. If you look at my schedule, that's all I teach. right? I'm the lead instructor for microbiology. I'm in charge of everybody who teaches microbiology, right? So saying that's not going to help me. You know, give me some reference point. You can say 9:30 in the morning. You guys are my only 9:30 class, okay? That's pretty simple. But usually your question is going to be directly related to what course you're in. So you have to identify yourself and tell me which course you're in so I can answer your question. If I'm nice, I might be like, who are you? Or I might just write who or what, right? And that's an indication that you did not give me enough information. Or I might just not respond at all, right? If I haven't responded within 48 hours within the week, you goofed or I missed it, which that happens, email me again, right? Make sense? All right. If you run into problems, what should you do? Contact me. Seriously, right? I'm here to help you. I want to help you, right? I love this job. I love talking to my students. It makes me a better teacher. Don't be afraid of me, right? Okay, so what are you going to do in this class? You have a set of objectives for each topic that we cover. This is your study guide. This is what I expect you to be able to do. This is what I base my test questions off of, okay? I have PowerPoints that go along with every topic, right? This semester I've didacted them. That means I've removed information from them and posted them ahead of time for you. This is so that you can be encouraged to read your book and the PowerPoints and fill in the blanks before class. How many of you guys do not have a smartphone? Yeah, exactly. Nobody, right? We might actually use our smartphones in class. I might have you guys answer some of those questions that I've left blank in class, right? Guess what I'll give you for that? Bonus points, right? Do you have to do it? No, it's bonus. It's extra, right? Will it help you if you do? Yes, right? We'll do discussion boards. You will have Connect assignments, right? And I'm going to go into more detail when I get to that document. So I'm going to skip over that for right now in the syllabus. We do have a required textbook, and you have multiple options with that, and I have a whole document on that. So we'll get to that in a moment. Attendance, as I said, I'm required to do it up until the 14th day. If you've not showed up, your instructors will drop you, right? If something happens, contact your instructor if you don't want to get dropped, right? Otherwise, you will be dropped, and good luck getting back in, because as I said, there are people waiting in the wings for your spot. Don't let them have it, if you want it, anyways, right? After that, I will still take attendance, but it will not affect your staying in this class or leaving this class. You then take on that responsibility. If you don't like me, you don't like this class, right? Something happens in your life and it just prevents you from doing this, it is your responsibility to drop this course, right? I cannot and do not have the power anymore after the 14th day to drop you, right? I didn't do it in the past, and I can't do it anymore, right? So that's your responsibility, and it's like sometime in April. It's like ridiculous how long you get to stay in class. Which take advantage of that, right? Delgado wants your money. Make your money work. If you're struggling in this class, you should have already came to me, right? But stick with it is what a lot of us are saying, because you can stay all the way until April. Learn as much as you can, so that way when you take it again, right, after you withdraw, you're one step ahead of the game. If you can, anyways, right? Depends on the reasoning behind why you're considering dropping, right? If it's obviously I can't make it to class, work hates me and keeps scheduling me, right? My kid got sick, any number of reasons, right? Just make sure that you do what you need to as far as this class is concerned. Make sense? Okay. We have is it this class? 2 pregnant ladies. Yep. 2 that are 20 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I met you on Saturday, right? Yeah. And I wrote to her, I thought I met her on Saturday, and then I was like, what are the chances? 2 pregnant women, 20 weeks pregnant. That means, y'all, that they're not going to give birth until June, right?
Yeah. June 2nd, so hopefully, right after finals,
right.
I can pop them up.
Yeah. I don't know, y'all. You're scaring me, right? But the good news is they shouldn't be, dropping any babies in class. So maybe at the end of the semester, though, we might need to have a baby shower, like a joint baby shower or something. But, so no passing out in class. Make sure you eat before you come. You're eating for 1.5, not 2. Some people don't realize that, right? So, okay, any other medical issues we should be concerned about? Okay, because you'll notice in this room we don't have the button to press, so we'll have to use cell phone. Okay, so hopefully babies do fine and you guys stay with us all semester long and we celebrate at the end. Okay, so exams, obviously the bulk of your grade. Connect assignments will be a significant portion of your grade. Discussion boards, which some of you guys have already started on. Thank you for that. That's kind of cool. And any other online assignments that I give you through Canvas, and we'll go through those. So all the assignments, 25% of your overall grade. Final exam, 25%. Departmental mandated, you have to take it. Even if you have an A in the class, you will fail if you don't take the final exam. Okay? Exams, 50% of your overall grade. And we will have 4 exams. One of them is kind of related to the kind of outside class project thing I'm going to have you guys working on. And you can do it your own time on the computer, even at home. The first module, which will start on Thursday, covers several chapters. You'll notice that only one little small part of chapter 35 will cover, and that's why it's in parentheses. They moved nutritional types for me out of chapter 7 to chapter 11. That's why it's in parentheses. And we won't cover all of chapter 8. That's another reason why it's in parentheses. We will cover, although you look, when you get to module 3, you're like, woohoo, 2 chapters. No, y'all, 2 monster chapters. Yeah. They're huge. But this is the stuff when you go on to nursing school or any other program. This is the stuff I love. This is immunology. This is what my background is in. This is what got me excited about science. I have been told I'm one of the better instructors when it comes to this, and I've worked at this, y'all, because there was never a time it didn't make sense for me. So I've really had to kind of learn to put myself in your guys' shoes of what it's like to not know. But there's a lot of stuff in the media and on TV and good internet sites, and we'll talk about that, good and bad internet sites. So you guys are a little bit more knowledgeable than you used to be, but I still get letters from my nursing students. I still get my nursing students that come back by and thank me because they're leading the study groups at Charity School of Nursing on immunology, right? Because we get it done in this class, right? So, and then, you know, the basic stuff that we need to know, right? All the different microbes out there we're going to cover in the first 2 units. Those of you guys that aren't taking lab because you don't have to for your major or couldn't get into it for any reason, I'll actually bring some of the lab stuff into class so you guys can see the real thing. And then I have lots of videos that I've done for my lab class that I'll also post for you guys. They're YouTube links, and so you can actually see what we do in lab. And then maybe, who knows, you might decide that, hey, maybe I want to do lab stuff instead. So a couple nursing majors and BSN. One of the other faculty members here is super cool. His office is right across from mine, and if they didn't make him take down his poster, hopefully it's still there. It shows some ballerina feet. You know, it's something like, you know, everyone wants to do this until they find out how hard it is. It's kind of the same thing with nursing. Wellington, Coleman. We have 2 Colemans. This Wellington is a really tall, handsome black man. I love him. He's so nice. He really is the sweetest, sweetest guy. He has his nursing degree, has worked as a nurse for numerous years. He has grown children, so he's here on Saturdays. God bless his soul. He teaches on Saturdays, and he does a special study group for nursing majors, 2 to 5 in the study lab that's in Building 1 Annex. You guys know where Campus Police is, and then the ID office is behind that, and use that study lab. I know anyone who's taken A&P has been in there, right? Anatomy and physiology. Use it, because if you guys don't use it, we'll lose it. Funding is based on use, right? So if you use the resources, they will continue, hopefully, to be there if you don't use it. But that's not a problem with anatomy and physiology. You guys probably, you can tell when one of those exams is coming up because it's mobbed in there. But yeah, he's in there on Saturdays on his own time. You know, if you're curious, you want to know about nursing from, you know, a real person who's really done it, who really cares, who's really super cool, and who really just wants to help you guys, go check out his study session, Saturdays from 2 to 5 in the study lab. I think every Saturday. And as I said, his office is right across from mine. There is another Coleman, that's Clint Coleman. He does science laboratory technology program. So, you know, make sure you're looking for the right Coleman. All the time, you know, they come by my office and I'm like, which one are you looking for? So Clint Coleman's in the old dean's office in Building 1, where Dean Gruber used to be. You know, everyone knows that the dean and the secretary and Phil Dennett, my immediate supervisor, have all moved over here in this section, right? So if you need any help at that level, they're all over here now. And then there's the rest of us that are still stuck in crappy cubicle offices in Building 1, dying from construction dust. The auditorium's done, though, y'all. Apparently they're going to have plays in there soon. Pretty excited. It's pretty, too. So Connect assignments, 140 points, right? And we'll go over that in a moment. Each exam is 100 points. The final exam, which is comprehensive on units 1, 2, and 3. Remember, 4 is kind of a separate thing we'll talk about soon. You'll complete an agreement, right? Some of you guys have already started our first assignment online, our introduction assignment, which we actually do in the discussion board. And at the end of the semester, I'll have you do a course feedback survey. And I really do listen to what you guys write. And it's actually one of the reasons why I've done didacted PowerPoints this semester. Because students want more in-class interaction and whatnot. So we're going to do it. It's not up yet. The agreement is basically, yes, I understand the syllabus. I know I have to sign up for Connect. I have to do my assignments, you know, that kind of thing. It's basically a syllabus quiz. Okay. 2 discussion boards we'll do, and a case study assignment. These go with 2 of the modules. So you add up all your points, which Canvas will do for you too, right? And it'll tell you what letter grade you get, or you can do it in percentage and figure out your letter grade as well. Oops, I need to update my syllabus. This no longer happens, right? No more FNs. They've gotten rid of that. We don't indicate that you failed because you didn't attend anymore. I don't know why. Students with disabilities. Make sure you, Amanda Hassan, right, other side of this building, that you get with her, you get your disabilities letters to me. But you can contact me even before then. Let me know so that we can set up, especially if you need special testing accommodations. You'll be going upstairs to the 3rd floor with Miss Katie. If you need extended time or quiet space. If you need anything else. I myself have dyslexia. I've been through it. I know what it's like. My dad said to my mom when I was in grad school, why is she still going to school? School is hard for her. She's like, it's not about hard, right? It's not about hard, right? It's about love, right? Doing what you love. And sometimes that's really hard, right? But then in the end, it's worth it, right? So I've been there, I've done it, right? And I know lots of tips and tricks. So if you're struggling, come see me, okay? Gladly help you. I'm here because people helped me. For the discussion boards, I'm not going to go over this. Other than just the shouting thing, please don't write all in caps, right? That's like shouting online. If you're anything like me, right, when someone shouts at me, I don't look at them, I don't pay attention to them, I shut down. People don't like to read that. It's hard to read. They shut down too, right? It's like yelling at them. Don't do it. Also, when you're writing, remember, we're not texting each other, right? This is practice in your writing. It's called writing across the curriculum. Especially you guys that are science majors, right? You need to know how to write. I'm not saying like English majors, right? We don't have to be perfect. But we need to practice this skill, right? You're not texting in these discussion boards. You're writing complete sentences, complete thoughts. You can edit. Please spell check. Please even read it again, right? Maybe post it, come back, read it. You can even edit it, right? Even I make mistakes, right? I notice and I go back and I fix it, okay? It's okay. We're going to make mistakes, but practice, okay? Make sense? All right. And I don't have a problem if I made a mistake and I didn't catch it. You guys can tell me, please. I will say thank you. Right? All right. Any questions on any of that? All right. So as you can see, that's right on Canvas. You can print it out if you want to waste a tree, or you have access to it all the time. I wish I could make this go away. This isn't a bad spot. Oh, there's my next button. There we go. So this is the departmental syllabus. It's basically all the stuff you guys don't read. I didn't see my student judiciary code, right? You guys are college students. Most of you guys are adults. You've been in college for at least 2 semesters. I do not have to tell you how to behave in school, right? If you are curious or you're confused, read the student judiciary code, right? I've never had any problems, really, so I don't think I need to waste our precious time going over that. So, same is true for that syllabus. But I have to give it to you and I have to post it. Okay, so the important stuff you want to know, the textbook. I hate this textbook. I am seriously in the process of changing it for you guys. It's boring. I love this stuff and it's boring, right? There's nothing I can do about it right now. And I apologize that there isn't. But I'm in charge now. And I will get it changed for fall. That's my goal. But you guys are stuck with this for now. But you do have some cheap pricing options. We actually made a deal with the publisher. So, you know, if you don't have to go to the bookstore, which at the bookstore, it's going to be a binder loose leaf version, which of course you can't sell it back at the end of the semester because they don't know if all the pages are there. It'll cost you $172.5, right? I don't know if it comes with the ebook even, but it does come with Connect. You can buy the Connect card separately from them for $32, but why would you do that when you can go online via my course and you can buy the Connect code for $23, which does not include the ebook. But, and actually I need a volunteer to help me find this out because I can't do it. If you go ahead right now, what I want you guys to do is sign up for Courtesy Access because that's going to give you free access to the assignments and the ebook for 2 weeks. But I need somebody to not do that. Somebody who knows right away, right, or has money, right? Go ahead and pay the $23. Then click on the ebook, which you're not going to have access to, but it's going to tell you how much money it will cost you to buy it. Please email me that. Tell us, or so I can post for the class and everyone else how much the ebook is by itself. Does that make sense? Right? So if anybody does that, please pass on that information. Or if you know you want the ebook, I'm guessing it's probably about $100 to add the ebook, right? Because the difference between these two is $100 between the Connect with the ebook and the Connect without. See, no ebook. But the even better thing is that once you buy either this with the ebook or Connect assignments without the ebook, if you push this button right here, how much does it say it'll cost for them to send you a loose leaf copy of the book? $15. That sound like a good deal? Hell yeah. So, I'm not saying don't read this book, right? I'm just saying don't plan on staying awake reading it. Do not read in bed. You will go to sleep. Okay? But I have the ebook, right? When I'm looking at stuff, I review different things, and mostly I'm trying to keep this class straight from the other class too. I'm like, what does this book say as opposed to this book, so I don't say the wrong thing in the wrong class. Okay? And sometimes I will actually do some carryover. I'll steal pictures from that other books because they're better, or vice versa. Sometimes you guys actually have better books, pictures. So, make sense? So today, your first homework assignment is, let me shrink this. To sign up for Connect. Here's my schedule, right? So again, all my information, this will be posted on my door once I get back there. You'll see, as I said, I'm already in here on Tuesdays and Thursdays with the non-majors micro. And then you guys, and then on Tuesdays I have office hours, so I'll be heading over to my office after this class. Wednesday mornings I'm in lab, and then I have office hours in my office. Thursdays I'll be running out of here to lab, right? Fridays I'll be usually in the lab prepping for the next week's labs, right? Or going to meetings, all the other duties I have. That's why I didn't set office hours on Fridays. I'm usually kind of all over the place, but sometimes you might be able to catch me if you need me. Monday afternoons I have office hours. Monday morning I have yoga class. That's part of my New Year's resolution, take better care of me. Don't call me then, I won't answer. Any other time I will. I do have an 8-year-old son. We do homework right when we get home from school, and sometimes soccer practice. So if you call me, I probably won't answer, but I'll call you back when he goes to bed around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Okay? If I'm not watching TV with the husband. Micro? Okay. Check in with me before you leave. So the next thing you're going to do, as I said, is you're going to register for courtesy access, right? Although somebody please just go ahead and buy the $23 thing and let me know how much they're asking for the ebook so we can share that with the class. So I even have instructions with pictures that the book rep gave me last semester. So they don't match up perfectly, but it's got some good information. So I went ahead and posted it again for you guys today. Right. You log into Canvas, you go to our class, you go to the modules. My button actually says Connect, right? It will actually, this first time you got to click, you agree, and hit Submit. Then you'll see the picture of the book and the Connect button. You click the Connect button. You put in your email address. If you've had an account before, right, biology class or something like that, you might have forgot your password or your account or whatever. You can reset all of those, right, or find it out here. This link, though, from my course will take you into my course. So some of you guys might have to put your email in and create a new account. You can use any email address you want, just hopefully one you'll remember, okay, because that's your username, in case you have to get in to Connect by itself. You'll set up a password, right, or reuse one. As I said, you can pay more money, but why would you? At the bookstore, or you can just buy it online. All right, so this is the screen that you're going to get to. So you can put in the code that comes with the book at the bookstore. Don't buy codes anywhere else, though. They could be false. Buyer beware, right? You can do the courtesy access, right? Or you can click and go ahead and buy, and you will get those screens that I showed you, right, where it's $23 or $124 for the ebook. And then you'll go to the course and you'll already see. And then part of the reason why I posted this is for Connect, don't go to Canvas. They'll tell you to go to Connect, right? So here's the help number and their hours of operation and, you know, all their information for Connect if you run into problems with that.
When you press the Connect button, like on your module, it tells me to enable cookies or something like that.
Right.
I don't know how to do it. Okay, will it like, does it pop?
See, what are you using, a regular computer or a Mac? Regular computer. What web browser are you using? Explorer,
Yeah.
Google, don't, for Canvas, I forgot about this. I'm glad you asked this question. And I think we have it posted places, but I forget. Do not use Internet Explorer for Canvas. Use Chrome or Firefox. Try that, and then it should hopefully give you a drop down to allow stuff, like she was saying. You may have to allow certain things. A lot of the stuff in Connect does run on Flash, so if you have a Mac, you can't use Safari as a browser. You got to use Puffin, which is a free app. Free app or browser for Mac. It's Puffin. It's got a little penguin. So, okay, good question. We good? This is also why you want to do this stuff now. And again, right, you're going to have access to the ebook for free. Okay? So again, if you're doing the 23, you're not going to have access to the ebook, but you might be someone who already has the book or knows they don't like the ebook, and you're going to go ahead and pay the $15 for the loose leaf to get sent to you. So do that today, right, or tomorrow, right? Get your stuff going on that. So this is the link. Oops. I thought it was next. Day 1, courtesy access, connect with pictures, then it should be connect. I don't know why I didn't go to it. All right. Oh, and again, this first time you got to hit agree. And then there's the picture of the book, and then you click on connect. For me right now, it's not going to go to it because I'm in my fake student. If you've been in classes before, or you might need to change things once you sign in to connect. Look, it looks like a button, y'all. It's not. You have to actually click on exit. That drives me nuts. Why make it look like a button that doesn't work? When you guys are in Connect, I'll show you what our home page will look like. So let's see. You guys are this one. So it'll look like this, right? You will be able to click right here on the ebook once you have it, or if you signed up for courtesy access for 2 weeks. Or the library, you can get to the ebook there. Over here too, once you pay for Connect, you'll have that option of getting the $15 book sent to you, loose leaf. Here's all our assignments, and you'll notice up at the very top of the page is your account, right? So if you're not sure about any of your stuff, right, or need to change anything, that's where you do it. So any of you ladies that are getting married and changing your last name, right, please do the name that is on my roster, right? Don't do your other name. If it does change, please, if it changes, change it also in Connect by going to your account, okay? Or just don't change it, right? Take my advice. Question in the back?
Yeah, so how do we get Connect for $24? Like, where's the link for that?
Right here. This is it. So in modules, right? In modules, day 1, Connect. You click on it. You click on it. Right? You put in your email, right? Follow the steps.
So $24 and for $15 we can get a book.
A loose leaf copy of the book, yep. Shipped to you. Told you I was going to make y'all this morning.
Oh, you said for the $23 you can get a loose leaf copy of it?
Mm-hmm. You won't have the ebook, right? You'll just have the assignments and the loose leaf copy. Does that make sense? Huh?
I was just saying that means I need to get a binder.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll come with a binder, but I mean, ask when you buy. But I mean, a binder's not that expensive.
When I got a book for biology last semester, it was the loose leaf binder one. It came wrapped, so it might come wrapped.
Are you saying you bought it and had it shipped to you?
No.
Oh.
I got it from here.
Yeah.
It was wrapped, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping they would do that. They just wouldn't send you a bunch of loose leaf paper.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sure it's bundled somehow. Whether they give you a binder with it or not, I don't know. Right. This is new. I haven't had my students do this. So let me know so I can let everyone else know, right, if it's worth it. But I mean, for $15, I think it would be worth it. It's cheap. Okay. All right. So the next thing for homework is we're going to do an introduction, and we're going to use the discussion board to do it and this cool website right here. Kingdomology. You have to, well, if you speak one of these other languages, you could click it, but you got to click English. You got to put in your name, but it doesn't actually have to be your real name, right? You could do Mickey Mouse. You don't have to put in your email. Notice that's optional. They do want you to put in your job, right? So mom, student, dad, these all are jobs, by the way, too. How satisfied you are. I'm completely satisfied. Otherwise, I should be looking for a new job. And then you go to question 1. It won't go unless you fill in those 3 things, right? And then you're going to rank things. You're going to do this 10 times. So for me, family's number 1. I like food. That's number 2. Can I put 2 for a new place? I could, but it's not going to accept it. It's going to clear it out. You can only use each number once. You literally are ranking things, right? So I could put this 4, 3. Then you hit submit. You get another set. You're going to do this 10 times. There's 10 questions, right? Just like this, where you're ranking things. Then it's going to give you a result. So I've already done this. You can see my result right here. When you get your result, all of this right here, that's all the same for everybody. You don't need to paste and copy that part. You go to right here, right? And this is what's new and unique to you. This is what you right-click, copy, and then you paste in right below the instructions. That reply right here is where you put it. So you click it in, right? And what else do you need to do? What do the instructions say? So I've done my quiz, right? I pasted and copied my results. Number 3, you got to tell us, does this fit you, right? Or is this a bunch of crap, right? Are you really a shepherd, right? Or a white knight, or a black knight, or a bishop, or a prime minister, or a scientist, or a doctor? I love reading all the ones for my majors class because we get all the different ones. And for my nursing class, I get all white knights, shepherds, right? All the same results, right? So I get so excited when you guys get something different that I haven't seen in a while. Discoverer, right? All these cool things. So it's good. It kind of gets the conversation starting, and then you can share anything you want. You don't have to, right? And then you have to reply to 2 other classmates. So I would post this, but I already did it, so I'm just going to hit cancel, right? But notice I can edit, right? So I could go in. No, I'm in my student view. I can't edit it because I, as a professor, posted this. Okay. But if it was my post, I could edit it. You can also shrink them up because we're going to get a lot of posts, right? There's 35 of us, or 36 counting me. So you could see, right, there's another shepherd. I might want to say hi to her. 10 people have already, so maybe I'll skip her because she's popular, right? Maybe I'll reply to Soledad. No one's said anything to that shepherd, right? So then I would click on hers, right? And right here at the bottom of hers, you can see I can reply, right? So she's excited. She wants to end up with an A, right? I love the positive attitude, right? So I can say, me too. I don't get graded, y'all. But you do, right? You earn your grade, right? I'm a helper. I input the grade you earned, right? I don't give you grades. You earn your grades, right? You know exactly how. It's all spelled out in the syllabus, right? And throughout the semester. So reply, right? You know, get to know your classmates. So at least by Thursday, do your initial post. By next week, you'll notice I have a deadline January 25th, reply to 2 other classmates. I will post a comment. This is where only you can see it under grades. So when you go under grades, you'll see a grade for the discussion board once I graded it. And I'll post a comment so you guys learn how to use the comment section. So when you click on your grade, you'll notice off to the side there are some comments. And you can reply there. So if I ask you a question, answer it, right? Or, you know, say something else so that I know you know how to use this feature. Okay? So that way, too, like, and for these discussion boards, I have rubrics. Basically, if you follow the instructions, you will get your points, right? But if you miss something, the rubric will help you know what you missed, or I'll post a comment. And do your stuff on time, right? Because if you post it past the deadline, you're really counting on me being really nice, right? And maybe regrading after my deadline. I have a lot of students this semester. The chances of me being that nice, not very high. Okay? because I got a lot of workload too, right? So you guys get your work done, and I made my New Year's resolution, y'all. I've already started grading discussion boards. Some of you guys have already got comments because you started ahead of time and already have grades, okay? So I'm grading a little bit each day, so that way I'm not overwhelmed too. So you will get quick feedback from me this semester, but, you know, I can only do so much and still sleep, eat, and make it to yoga once a week. Any questions on that? Okay, so for homework, figure out the connect thing, right? Introduce yourself, maybe even reply to a couple of your classmates. And then you'll notice under modules, and I'm trying something new this semester. Module 1, before class, right? And notice you can view it right here. I can click it, right? Here's your first study guide for microbiology. Right? Even tells you about testing. Then you can minimize it. Read the chapter. I even have the link to connect, right? So you can get to the ebook. Then here's your PowerPoint, right? You can download it. You can view it. You can do whatever you want. You can print it. You can bring your laptop to class. I don't care, right? But beforehand, I want you to try and complete the empty spots in the tables, answer any questions, complete any missing information. I will record class just as I'm doing today, right? This will become an active link to the recording of that lecture for Thursday, right? You should study the topic and then complete the microbiology Connect assignment. Right? Before class, again, look at your objectives. Right? I'll have, here's the chapter. Here's the lecture. Right? I even have an animation I'm going to show in class. I have a link to that. Right? After class, again, so it's going to be, right, like that all throughout. And here's some of those videos I was talking about of me in lab. Okay? This isn't complete yet, right? It's a work in progress, but and I will put dates in here too, right? So this is going to be, I'll probably put class dates in here, right? So to help if you miss class, right? You'll be able to figure out by date where you are maybe on the list, quick reference. And notice I put the before classes in green, really catch your attention, okay? Because those are going to be really important to your success in this course. Any questions on any of that? How are we doing on time? We still technically have about 15 minutes. 10.
Around 10-ish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Before class, that's the only one we should print out now, right?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be chapter 1.
Yeah. 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 In chapter 1, it will take us a day and a half to cover. So you'll notice that for day 2, which would be right here, is the next lecture, but we won't finish lecture 1 the first day. So we'll continue it the next day. We'll see if this helps. Some new trick I've learned. So. Any other questions? All right, so before you guys rustle about, let me